years ago, I could not have imagined standing here in Sweden talking to you about acoustics, especially acoustics in a neonatal intensive care unit. Neonatal intensive care unit, it's an intensive care unit where they take care of small children, children that were born early, too early. Yeah. 10 years ago, I became a father of my first son. My first son was born at 26 weeks. Normally you should take it up to 40 weeks. It was 725 grams, so it was a little bit of a surprise to me and my wife that we became a parent that early. And we had to witness at first hand, during the first month of his life, the environment of an intensive care unit, which is a quite shocking environment, especially acoustically. Since I'm an acoustician, those environments are not acoustically friendly. This is a typical picture of a neonatal intensive care unit, so of the old unit. And I guess most of the neonatal intensive care units in the world look like this. So how do they look like? It's like a room like we are here. And they stuff it with a lot of medical equipment, incubators, children of course, a lot of medical staff, feeding pumps and so on. And the main problem there is that people and the machinery are constantly contaminating each other with their noise. So it's never quiet. So if you start measuring the noise levels in such a room, you end up with a graph like this. So on the graph you see we've been measuring for a few days, night and day, and what you can see is that the background noise, that's the blue curve, or let's say the purple curve here, never is below 50 dB. The LEQ levels are always like 60 dB. And the maximum levels, so the peak levels, are between 70 and 75 dB. It's 24/7. There's no difference between day and night. When you look to the acoustic design of that system, to me, I think you can only be satisfied with a good acoustic comfort if you have three basic pillars. And those three basic pillars need to be in balance, because if one of them is not strong enough or out of balance, then you will have acoustic complaints. As a kind of a take-home message, this is for me again a typical example, like we encounter a lot, is to really find a balance when you're designing buildings, and especially unique settings and technologically advanced buildings like an intensive care unit, that you need to find a good compromise and a balance between all those demands, the demands between thermal comfort, visual comforts, like we mentioned in the previous presentations, air quality, hygiene, and of course it has to look right also. Well, you have to be able to blend in the acoustic comfort also.